Have you ever looked into a mirror and wondered what happens to your reflection when you walk away? Not how mirrors work, not how they reflect light, but what happens to the reflection itself. One moment it's staring directly at you. The next moment it's gone. At least that's what it seems like. But imagine for a moment that mirrors don't simply reflect people. Imagine they copy them. Every time you look into a mirror, a perfect duplicate of you appears on the other side of the glass. Not a photograph, not a memory, a real version of you. It has your face, your voice, your memories, your thoughts, everything. The instant it appears, it believes it is the real you. Then something strange happens. You turn away, and it can't. You leave the room. It stays behind, trapped forever inside the mirror. Now think about how many reflections you've created throughout your life. Bathroom mirrors, store windows, car mirrors, phone screens, security cameras, puddles after rain, polished metal, over a lifetime. That number could reach into the millions. Every reflection creating another version of you, every version trapped forever. At first, that may not sound like a big deal. After all, it's only one copy. But imagine what happens over time. Millions of copies become billions. Billions become trillions. Not just of you, of everyone. Every person who has ever lived. Every animal, every bird, every insect, every object, every reflection ever created. Entire worlds would exist behind every mirror. Cities filled with forgotten copies, forests of reflected trees. Reflected oceans, reflected stars, a complete hidden universe made entirely from things that once looked into a reflective surface. And here's where things become strange. If those copies are truly identical to us, they would have our memories. They would remember our childhood, our happiest moments, our worst mistakes. They would remember every detail of our lives, yet they would never experience anything new. Imagine waking up every day in the same place, staring through a sheet of glass, watching another version of yourself continue living while you remain trapped. How long would it take before those copies stopped thinking of themselves as copies? How long before they formed their own societies, their own histories, their own beliefs? Maybe some would spend centuries trying to understand the mysterious creatures on the other side of the glass. The beings who appear for a few seconds and then vanish. To them, we might be the reflections. After all, how would they know otherwise? Every copy would feel real, every copy would think, every copy would be conscious, and that raises a question philosophers have debated for hundreds of years. What actually makes you you? Imagine a machine that creates a perfect duplicate of you, same body, same memories, same personality. Which one is the original? Most people immediately point to one. But why? The copy remembers your childhood. The copy remembers yesterday. The copy loves the same people. It feels exactly as real as you do. If both versions are identical, what makes one authentic and the other a duplicate? Scientists don't have a simple answer to that question. In fact, questions about identity and consciousness remain some of the deepest mysteries in science and philosophy. Of course, as far as we know, mirrors aren't secretly trapping copies of people. A mirror is simply reflecting light. Photons bounce off your body, strike the glass, and return to your eyes. Nothing gets trapped. Nothing gets copied. But maybe that's why mirrors have fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Because every time we look into one, we encounter something strange, a version of ourselves that looks exactly like us, moves exactly like us, yet somehow isn't us. The next time you look into a mirror, take an extra second before you walk away. Because if mirrors really did keep every reflection, there could be millions of versions of you standing on the other side. Watching, waiting, and wondering why you're the one who gets to leave. This is the Curiosity Engine, powered by curiosity.